A view of the Atlanta skyline and
hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. So the Nets starting five. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving in at the 1. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. Now, here is Young. Pass to Capella. The kick out to Young. Shot clock at 5. Second chance shot, and the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now, here is Irving. And above the rim play, always captivating, Steve. We should see a lot of that tonight.
Hey, Kevin, I'm so excited. You know, I played under the rim, so to get a chance to watch guys play well above, I am getting my popcorn ready. Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
Here's Young. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Young dishes to Capella. Yep, that one goes. Capella's got his second bucket.
That's next level vision. Young could probably lead the league in assists if that were his goal.
Irving against Young, and the jam by Harden.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now, here is Young. Left side, Collins lays it up off the glass.
An active interior presence, 6'10", John Collins keeps improving and keeps impressing.
Young against Irving. Harden outside, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Young against Irving. Young left side. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Beautiful catch and flush by Collins. A high flyer who attacks the rim with purpose.
Irving for 3. Not going to go that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. It's good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Irving up top, defended by Young. Griffin. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Here's Young. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Collins with it, picked up by Harris. Collins, good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Nets trail by 10. Irving looking over the floor, and Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
The Atlanta making some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Williams in for Trae Young. And a change for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 16-6 run. And the dunk by Capella.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Williams against Irving. Griffin kicks to Aldridge. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Capella. Atlanta leading by 12. Williams passes to Capella. Hawks passing it around. Back to Gallinari. They get the rebound. He shoots again. Can't capitalize inside.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in.
Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Gallinari outside. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Can't connect from short range. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving's got the ball. Up again, and it's Aldridge on the follow. Aldridge has got it back down to single digits for the Nets.
LaMarcus does this well, getting into the mix and creating buckets off the offensive rebounds.
And so it's Atlanta. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Gallinari. Williams is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Williams after Jeff Green's bucket. Now, here's Okongwu. Good on the shot.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Harden the pass to Aldridge. Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. Good to see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
Bounce pass from Williams. Stolen by Harden. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. The Nets shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Williams scanning the floor. Six on the shot clock. Knocked loose and stolen by Aldridge. Here's Claxton. Harden outside. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And as great a player as LaMarcus Aldridge is, at times his defense can be a concern, only getting tougher for him as he ages.
LaMarcus Aldridge, GA, will be able to score forever. Defending pick and rolls, keeping up with mobile bigs, that's a problem right now later in his career. Limiting minutes and picking up matchups might be the best way to disguise this.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Blake Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And Irving subbed in for James Harden.
Some players drift in and out of the action. Trey, he's always right in the middle of things.
Good on the second free throw. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Collins, and taken away by Brown. In transition, here come the Nets. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why. And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Good.
A strong finisher. Kyrie exhibits good body control after contact.
The Hawks shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Here's Young. The shot, no good. Good D by Jordan. Brown with the bounce pass. And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
Hunter, no good. The Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And stolen by Hunter. Shakes him. Some solid defense from Harris. The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That free throw, no good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And for all the developments Jordan's made to his game, free throw shooting remains a challenge.
Here's Collins, the kick out to Young. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Irving against Young. Irving double team. Pops it up for Jordan.
DeAndre is very choosy. He usually won't take anything but a high percentage shot in the paint.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Young.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Irving. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Young. In the corner, Collins with it. And stolen by Jordan. Gets it off. It's not going to go for him. And some good action to
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first quarter was a difficult one for Brooklyn. They were on their heels immediately, at one point staring at a 12-point. And that does it for our...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge down out there with Harden. And it's Claxton in at the four-man position. Harden finds Aldridge. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Aldridge has got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
That's a bad dude right there. Aldridge taking the hit, shakes it off for the score.
Here's Young, and the layup falls. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Harden. Here's Claxton. 2 points. That one goes. And the Nets lead by 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Young kicks to Capella. The pass to Herter. Now here's Hunter. Guarded closely. And the dunk by Capella.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed he has some shiftiness to his game offensively. I think he has the chance to be on the same level at the end of the day as Kawhi Leonard. No harm in having that as a goal.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Williams in for Kevin Herter. Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. Now Williams following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Elbow shot, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 12 points for him.
What's nice about this in-between area for Kyrie, compared to going to the rim, he has a little more room to get his shot off.
Williams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Irving kicks to Harris. Lets it go with the 3. That one, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Snell dishes to Okongwu. And he gets it to go. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
Passes like this demonstrate Snell's team-first approach. He's all about getting it to the open guys.
From deep, Harden. Offensive rebound, Nets. Claxton with the bucket.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
And it's Williams with the ball for Atlanta. Passes it to Bogdanovic. 1:43 left to play here in the third. Intercepted. And here's Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Okongwu with it. He's picked up by Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Irving. Nets leading by 6. There's the feed to Harden. Oh, here we go with Okongwu and nobody back. And Bogdanovic throws it down.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
The 3 from Harden. The shot, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Williams. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Williams has got 6 points. Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. From deep, Harden and Okongwu. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, it's interesting. Blake has increased his shooting range, but that hasn't really carried over to the free throw line.
The shot's good from Irving.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Young outside. And he gets the bucket.
He sees the whole floor, and he's making some quick decisions. Trae Young gets what he wants from the mid-range.
No good on the last second attempt there. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Brooklyn ahead, leading by 4. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Hawks trail by 4. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Young. Goes back up. And Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
And that one, good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Irving passes to Jordan. Brown outside. Outside Irving. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
Here's Young. He gets that one.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Now Irving. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Good. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
We're seeing the full arsenal here tonight. Uncle Drew turning up.
Young pass to Herter. There's the dish to Hunter. The Hawks working the ball around. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Young.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Jordan finds Green. Now Irving. Lets it go from deep. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got 14 points now in the second half.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
And it's good for 2.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And that one's good, Irving.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space. I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin's checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And James Harden subbed in for Brown.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Kevin Huerter. And then for Brooklyn, LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. And Harris subbed in for Luwawu Cabarro. And the rejection by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harden's got the ball. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Hawks trail by 5. A confident and well-dressed group of 76ers making their way,
Hey, Kevin.
growing together, and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, DA. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. And for Philadelphia, they've got Curry. Howard is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Green and it's Simmons in at the 1.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
Outside, Simmons. Tries to save it. And the 76ers get it back. Here's Green, and it's blocked.
All over that shot. Hunter's length and commitment gives him the upside to be a great defender.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the
yep.
flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander.
And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed he has some shiftiness to his game offensively. I think he has the chance to be on the same level at the end of the day as Kawhi Leonard. No harm in having that as a goal.
76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Simmons passes to Harris. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Collins, good.
No matter where he is on the floor, Collins seems to invite contact.
The 76ers off to a slow start. 4-point game. Outside Curry. Shot from 12. Tips it up, and Simmons is right there. Simmons got 6 points. The Hawks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Young against Simmons. And Young kicks to Capella. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 5. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Coming out of screen and roll, Collins shows great body control and flexibility as an athlete.
The 76ers trail by 4. Simmons dishes to Curry. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Howard with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. Howard trying to free himself up. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Simmons.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Young looking it over. It's Collins with the drive. Pass to Capella. And ooh, he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh my goodness.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Now here's Curry. Down low. Stolen by Collins. Lobbed up there for Collins. Young, no good. The 76ers trail by 4. The pass to Howard. Stolen by Collins. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hunter with it, and Curry picks him up defensively.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Collins against Simmons. At the elbow, Green. Harris outside. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Capella. 1 second left. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that...
For me, it comes with block.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Okongwu. Gallinari is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Williams at the point. Reedy's checked in for the 76ers. Now, here's Milton. Passes it to Maxey. Here's Milton. Shot clock at 6. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
The Hawks leading by 8. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Williams passes to Okongwu. Over Reed. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And the 76ers with possession.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
Here's Maxey, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of this game. First free throw is good. And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Now here's Williams. And he lobs it up. And Okongwu slams it in.
Nice timing on the pick and roll. Williams a solid playmaker when asked to fill that role.
Now here's Milton. Guarded closer to the paint. It's deflected. Back to Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Korkmaz. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Milton kicks to Reed. Kept alive. And the dunk by Reed.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
So it's Atlanta now after the Sixers pick up 2. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Maxey. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And now just a 4-point Atlanta lead. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. The 76ers making a switch here. Howard's checked in.
When Trae Young is feeling it, he can rip up a defense. Quick release and a confident stroke.
55 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Tobias Harris is checked in for Scott. Green comes in for Korkmaz. Curry's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. It's stolen by Capella. Collins passes to Young. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Beautiful catch and flush by Collins, a high flyer who attacks the rim with purpose.
Simmons looking around. And Simmons slams it in.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And Young kicks to Capella. Back to Young. 17-foot shot on the way. And it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 6 points.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
And so it's Atlanta. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to after 2 quarters. It's Atlanta out in front. They have a solid 8-point lead. And that's going to do it for us here.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. John Collins has been sensational.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
We've got Ben Simmons. Harris is out there with Howard. And it's Green, and it's Curry in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Rejected by Young.
You might ask, how is Trae Young blocking shots? The awareness and the activity level. That's how.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now, here is Young. Capella, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Simmons dishes to Howard. Collins with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Howard with the steal. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. The 76ers trail by 8. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Thybulle. Outside, Simmons. From 10 feet out, the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Howard really brings it on the offensive glass, using that wide wingspan to come up with those loose balls.
Young against Simmons. Young passes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And Huerter gets it to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing here by 8. Bobbed up there for Howard. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons.
Nice look from Kevin. Intelligent and unselfish.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Simmons inside. Working on Collins.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
And Kevin Huerter, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He's also is more willing to take the lead in transition and create for others.
It's good. Simmons got 14 points for the game.
They can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit. Even with contact, he can finish strong.
Young against Simmons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Lou Williams is subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Tony Snell's checked in for Atlanta. Philadelphia shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
The Hawks leading by 5. Williams dishes to Okongwu. Scott against Gallinari. The kick out to Williams. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Because he's so good at shooting it and driving it, defenses overplay Lou, leaving other guys free.
Now here's Milton. He's guarded by Williams. Milton the pass to Reed. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Gallinari running. Feeds to Okongwu. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Reed. Milton kicks to Scott. Reed the pass to Korkmaz. Milton with it. He's against Williams. Shot from 6. Nice touch on the bank shot. Milton's got 5 points now this quarter.
They might be behind, but you can't blame him. He has been spectacular so far in this one.
And here is Williams. Dishes it to Okongwu. Some solid defense from Reed. With 1 on the clock, that's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Scott.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Hawks on top, up 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court right now for the Hawks. Bogdanovich out there with Williams. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Gallinari in at power forward. Here's Williams. It's blocked. And they're able to recover.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
That one is off.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Korkmaz. Green comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The 76ers trail by 3. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young. And Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs. And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Definitely. But this is the time when you want the momentum. Late is when you want to impose your will.
From deep, Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich finds Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And the Hawks lead by 2.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Reedy's checked in for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Gallinari. Hunter comes in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for Williams. Here's Simmons. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Green comes in for Korkmaz. The Hawks shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. It's Young on the wing. Lob pass to Capella. Reed with the steal. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That'll be his second foul of the game. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Curry, and 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Tony Snell's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
The kick out to Young. The Hawks again can't hit. And so Green will bring it up for the 76ers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Young passes to Capella. Over Reed. Sweet move. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers leading by 3. Philadelphia moving the ball over. The drive by Green. Can't cash in from close range. The Hawks shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively.
And such an advantage when you have a big guy like Capella who can change ends like a guard.
.143 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Curry. Harris outside. Clock at 6. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
And Curry the bucket on the assist by Green. Curry's got 7 points for the quarter.
As soon as he had the ball in his hands, he put the pressure on the defense and found the opening.
Young outside. 1:06 left in the fourth. That one goes. Count it.
Incredible competitor. Trae Young always wants to be the one to take this shot.
Simmons dishes to Harris. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
For a player this good, still in his 20s, Tobias Harris has been on an astonishing number of teams.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Reed. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Hunter's checked in. Young against Simmons. Young passes to Capella. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Curry passes to Howard. It's stolen by Capella. Collins dishes to Young. Good!
And they do have a foul to give.
.15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Simmons. Oh, missed it. Howard. And the rejection by Collins. And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. They break the hardship. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. And with
Kevin, thanks for...
All right, David, thank you. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Curry. Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Simmons. And it's Howard in at the center. And for Brooklyn, they've got Harris. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving in at the point. And so Green will bring it up for the 76ers.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy. Listen, we know Dwight Howard is on the back nine of his career, but he can still be valuable. This guy is capable of a double-double every night.
Now, here is Harden. It's stolen by Harris. Green against Harris.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Irving with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Curry against Irving. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Howard. Simmons left side. Here's Harris. Connects on the 9-footer.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Harden surveying the D. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Simmons inside. Covered by Irving. Harris against Griffin. Harris passes to Curry. Back to Harris. 3 on the clock. Off target with the open look.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
That one falls.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 2. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now here's Simmons. Good on the bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Irving against Simmons. Left side, Irving. And Simmons with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Harden against Curry. Outside, Simmons. Now the feed to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
It doesn't get any higher percentage than that. Dwight Howard, no doubt, on the dunk.
The Nets have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Irving against Simmons. Here's Griffin, and the rejection by Curry. Here's the dish to Harris. Lets it go. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Harris has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. That one good for 2.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
The Nets have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Harden outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Got it off in time, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Kyrie Irving. He's out there with Brown. Green is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the 4-man position. And that one's good, Maxey.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Irving. 6 points for him. Here's Claxton. Yes, that goes in. Claxton's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Nets. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Now Milton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The rebound by Jeff Green.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The 76ers trail by 4. Maxey passes to Korkmaz. Thibault kicks to Korkmaz. On the wing, Milton. 6 to shoot. The pass to Korkmaz. Over Claxton. And that one's good. Korkmaz.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Irving looking for an opening. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. To the middle, the reverse. Claxton the pass to Aldridge. Oh, that's offensive interference. Luwawu is checked in for Green. And the 76ers also making a change. Reed's checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Now here's Milton. Scott kicks to Milton. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Up top, Reed. It's tipped, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Nets with the lead. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Irving. Drops in the layup for 2. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
To the left wing. Outside, Scott. Got it. Good job in the low post. Maxey's got his second basket.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Outside Irving. He feeds it to Aldridge. No good on that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Now, here's Thibault. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Hilton the pass to Maxey. Milton with it. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by Claxton. In transition, here come the Nets. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's Maxey. And it's Irving with the rebound. Nets leading by 4. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The 76ers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, here's Maxey. He's tightly guarded. 4 on the clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Maxey's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 12 points. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris is out there with Reed. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Green, and it's Korkmaz in at the 1 spot. Shot clock at 3. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Curry's checked in for the 76ers. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Reed with the steal. Here's Harris. Pass to Curry. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Curry's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Philadelphia. Harden the pass to Brown. Back to Harden. Brown with the bounce pass. Griffin down low. Harris is there. A nice shot by Griffin. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Harris outside. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Nets lead by 7.
We all know Joe Harris is a dead-eye shooter from distance who helps space the floor. What a look.
And Simmons kicks to Curry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Curry's got 6.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. Doesn't go for him. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers trail by 5. Reed kicks to Green. 76ers moving the ball around. Harris drives in. And foul on the shot. So he'll get it. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Harris drops them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
On the wing, Irving. Offline with his 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Brazdeikis has checked in. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Harris, right side. Back to Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Harris outside for the tie. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
They kick it out to Green. And it's off from three-point range. And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Rebounded by the Nets. 1:15 left in the third quarter.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Outside for Jordan. Curry against Irving. And it's good for 2. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
Oh, Kyrie dazzling on the drive. One of the best in the league at that.
Simmons against Harden. Simmons inside. Howard. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
Well, we know this. Kyrie Irving on any given night can give you 40 on the offensive end. What a special talent.
Passes to Harris. Inside. Goes up to the stripe, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Harden right side. Softly drops in the floater. Harden's got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point...
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Brown out there with Harden. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Harden. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's Maxey. Pass to Korkmaz. For 3. And no good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Harden outside. From deep. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Clock at 6. Now the pass to Maxey. Griffin looking around. Pass to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Harden. Another shot. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Dwight Howard.
If you had a question as to how Dwight Howard is up there amongst the all-time leaders in offensive rebounds, that's an example why.
Brown the pass to Harden. Knocked away and stolen by Howard. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in for Aldridge. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Then for the 76ers, Curry's checked in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. And a wide open look for Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing. The 76ers trail by 11. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The lead now in single digits. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
It is so hard to guard Dwight Howard when he's attacking like this. You love the initiative from the veteran center. Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Outside Irving. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
The cleverness, the fearlessness. Kyrie Irving outstanding at finding spots inside to capitalize from.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft. Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton.
Listen, it's only 1 miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Back to Irving. Puts up a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half. The 76ers trail by 10. Outside Curry. Launches it. And the 76ers get it back. Griffin against Scott, and stolen by Harris. There's the lob to Harden, and the jam by Harden.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nets.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The three. No good on the shot. The Nets go the other way with it. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. For three, Harris. Simmons pulls it in.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
On the wing, Milton. Over Harris. No good.
Well, you know Joe Harris comes from one of the great defense.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5. And for the Nets, we've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Young dishes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight, Brent. What do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if guys are going to play fast, Kevin, and guys are going to be up in the air, it's going to come down to very solid decision making to see who it is that separates themselves in this one.
Outside Irving. To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
That's the way you want to punctuate the fast break as Hunter is out and running.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Irving. Hits the close range jumper.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Young against Irving. Pass to Herter. Back to Young. He dishes it to Capella.
And the defense, Capella.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Harden kicks to Jordan. Now, here is Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Off target from outside. The Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Collins wide open. He fires. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
From the middle, part of Collins' game that is developing. Nice work, and that's paying off.
Young against Irving. Second shot opportunity, and Jordan gets it to go.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Basket good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Brown in for James Harden.
And not much of a surprise there. Kyrie, one of the better free throw shooters in the game, and so hard to guard without fouling.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Young drives in. Nice move. And it's Irving with the rebound. Nets trail by 6. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Griffin kicks to Aldridge. Outside Irving. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
Young against Irving. Passes it to Okongwu. Back to Young. Shot clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Young determined on that play there. The foul not keeping him from getting up the shot. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in, as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Got a piece of it. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Irving. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 6-point game. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Hawks have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, when Collins gets up there like that, look out.
Irving against Young. Stolen by Collins. On up the court. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
A nice shot by Griffin.
And that's what Griffin does best. They're remarkable how he maintains control and schools the D.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. There's the pass to Hunter. Back to Young. Over Irving. Up again. It's good on the putback.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Irving surveying the floor. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 8.
You got to stay in front of Kyrie Irving at all times. Yeah, I said it here from the sidelines. Try doing it out there on the floor.
And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive
on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
We've got LaMarcus Aldridge down out there with Harden, and it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Gallinari attacking. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Nets trail by 8. Harden outside. Got a hand on it. 3-on-3. Here's Okongwu. It's hauled in by Claxton. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Here's Williams. Pass to Okongwu. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derek Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Williams passes to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
He's just gifted with the basketball, and that includes making plays. Lou Williams spotting a man that time.
Harden against Williams. Williams with the block. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Snell. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Harden, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. The shot by Williams, no good. Timeout called, the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Harden against Williams. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Harden.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Williams dishes to Snell. Stolen by Harden. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Harden against Williams. Dishes it to Capella. A rebound by the Nets.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Snell finds Williams. Here's Snell. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Gallinari. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Bogan Bogdanovic. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Trae Young subbed in for Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Hunter, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nets trail by 6. Here's Harris. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Capella inside, guarded by Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Great initiative from Capella there. Seeing an opportunity to score and getting the D tag.
No good on the free throw. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Irving subbed in for Brown. 51 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, when your point guard is Kyrie Irving and he decides to mix it up on the inside, that helps out your ball club.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Capella kicks to Hunter. Atlanta gets it back in a new 14. And another shot. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism. It's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
All free throws good from Capella. Nets trail by 7. Outside Irving. He kicks to Green. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
To the paint. Deflects the pass. Capella. Great D that time from Griffin. And that's an intentional foul. The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good. James Harden.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Atlanta had no problems getting going. In the first few years of Trae Young's career, and that
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Hawks. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the point. Outside Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Irving.
Kyrie constantly beating his defenders and so good in those tight quarters with the basketball.
Here's Young, and Jordan sends it back. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Well, Marcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Green. From deep, Collins. The rebound by the Nets.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about
that was something else.
not settling for jump shots there as Herter gets his way on the drive.
Outside Irving. From deep three-point range, Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
No problems knocking that one down. Young's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Trae Young, so fun to watch that smooth stroke.
Here's Irving. Harden trying to get open. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. Atlanta making some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Hunter. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Herter. Lou Williams is subbed in for Trae Young. Bogdanovich wide open. Off target with his 3. Nets trail by 8. And they go to the intentional foul. Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. Irving with a clean look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 17 now. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Williams looking around. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
Irving can't hit.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Harden. And it's blocked.
Well, good work from Gallo there. You forget sometimes at 6'10" that he can come up with those kind of defensive plays.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
To the left side wing. Snell finds Williams. Hawks passing it around. Misses the 3. Nets trail by 7. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. Irving against Williams. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Pass to Capella. Here's Snell. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. The 3-pointer, no good. It's stolen by Capella, and the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Johnson in for Irving. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Tony Snell.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 10-point Hawks lead.
And the coaching staff loving the fact that Hunter is getting after it with the hustle. Good effort on both ends.
Aldridge, good.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
Gallinari with the steal. Just 3 on the clock.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And so it's Atlanta enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. But you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Griffin is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Nets 5. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stop.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Gallinari wide open. Atlanta gets it back. Atlanta calls timeout. So for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Gallinari. And Tony Snell subbed in for Hunter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thank you, David. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Irving. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Young taking his time here. To the inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's Irving. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Well, Kyrie has so many layers to what he can do to you offensively. Loves pulling out the soft, delicate floater.
Out to the wing. Here's Snell. Back to Young. 4 on the shot clock. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Down low. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Again, Irving missing.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
For the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu, and Hunter subbed in for Tony Snell. Young passes to Capella, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
Outside Collins. Harden against Capella. Knocked loose. Stolen by Harden. It's 2-on-1. Goes up. And the jam by Harden.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Herter passes to Hunter. Back to Herter. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Irving misses.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Here's Young. Inside. Capella, the pass to Herter. Out left to the wing. Hunter dishes to Capella. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
As much as we talk about Trae Young and then mention Steph Curry in the same breath, I think Trae wants to carve out his own path. We know he's a dynamic shooter, can set the table offensively. Now it's about learning the nuances of being a leader of a franchise.
Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. Nets trail by 12. Knocks it loose to the inside. Harris. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Harris has got his first points of the night.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
Here's Herter. At the elbow, Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harden. Buried from 15 feet out. Hunter's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Hawks.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Onyeka Okongwu.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And so Irving nails both of them. 52 seconds left in the game. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Herter. 5 to shoot. Drills the elbow jumper.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And so they foul intentionally.
Give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 13. 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Onyeka Okongwu.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
These fans have been stunned by his performance. Of all the players they thought might do the most damage against him tonight, his name was not high on that list.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here is Harden. Green passes to Harden. But they'll get another chance. Goes back up. And Luwawu gets it to go.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And he knocks down the first one.
Bogdanovich, another one of those draft players that gets stashed overseas for a few years, drafted back in 2014 by the Kings before coming over for the 17-18 season.
He gets that one.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final and tape.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Simmons. Shot is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Howard. And it's Curry in at the two-guard spot. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. Young passes to Collins. Makes it off the glass.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Howard. Back to Simmons. The shot comes out. Collins with some nice D. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Hawks passing it around. Here's Hunter with the putback. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Boy, Capella doing a nice job being physical and getting those second chance buckets to go. Coaches love that.
Simmons passes to Curry. Now Howard. Back to Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And just like his brother Seth is an impressive bucket getter. I mean, somebody whose role is to shoot and score the ball. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Now, here is Young. Here's Collins. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Scott. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Young. And it's in off the backboard.
An adept mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Up top, Simmons. Sinks that one from the post.
Tell you what, does not matter what the defense throws his way. The heart of Simmons allows him to play through that, and he's still going to knock the shot down.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those tall.
Oh, that was terrific!
Man, my goodness! A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Young against Simmons. And it's blocked by Simmons. And he's able to get it back. Young finds Capella. 5 on the clock. Young passes to Capella. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Scott. And that one, good. Scott's got his second basket of the night.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Pass to Collins. Here's Hurd. Lets it go from deep. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Alinari comes in for Collins. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter. And then for Philadelphia, Harris is checked in for Mike Scott. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Curry. It's stolen by Green. It's 2-on-1. Lobbed up there for Howard. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Lou Williams is subbed in for Trae Young. Reedy's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Simmons.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Milton's shot is good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Outside Williams. And a miss there on the triple. Now the 76ers with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress.
Yeah, the effort and willingness to get out and run like that on the fast break endears Harris to his coaches, I'm sure.
Outside Williams. And there it is for him.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Harris. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Reed. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Williams inside. Drilled from 11 feet out.
A high number of Williams' points come from the mid-range. The defense knows that. It's in the scouting report, but he still makes it happen.
And so the first quarter is in the books. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Matisse Thybulle's out there with Maxey. Then it's Shake Milton. Then it's Green. And it's Harris in at the 5. Right side, Bogdanovich. Snell dishes to Bogdanovich. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Maxey. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you could be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great play. And Gallinari kicks to Okongwu. Just 5 on the clock. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Harris. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Milton's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Bogdanovich. Okongwu. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Now, here's Maxey. To the paint, here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Not settling for the layup. Sometimes you got to go strong, and Harris gets the chance to stuff it there. He didn't let it slip by him.
Here's Williams. Maxey grabs the miss.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Passes it to Snell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Harris. The Hawks shooting their first free throws here tonight. And the first one drops. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Hunter's checked in for Bogdanovich. Young is subbed in for Lou Williams. Simmons passes to Howard. Outside for Simmons. To the middle, and finished off by Scott.
Slick in the pick and roll. Simmons, when a passing lane is open, he jumps all over.
Young looking it over. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
1:14 left now here in the second. Curry dishes to Scott. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Scott. Curry's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers. Young with the ball. Good on the shot. Young's got 5.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
The 76ers leading by 11. Outside, Simmons. Count it. Good.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Young's shot is good. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. 26 seconds left to play in the first half.
When he's sprinting down the court like that to the basket, Simmons is virtually impossible to stop.
And here's Young. He's got 7. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Simmons passes to Brazdeikis. Here's Howard. And so that's the end of the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At one stretch in the opening period, and that should...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Seth Curry is one of the very few guys in the league that has that kind of range.
Simmons against Young. Yep, that one goes. Young's got 11 points.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Now Simmons. He has 6. Howard trying to free himself up. No good from Simmons. The Hawks trail by 12. Here's Herter. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
The 76ers leading by 10. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Simmons, and he could not get them. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Harris misses.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Gallinari passes to Herter. Out to Gallinari. Here's Young. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
On the wing, Harris. The pass to Milton. Back to Harris. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Atlanta. Williams comes in for Young. The 76ers also with a sub. Brazdeikis is checked in. Pass to Herter. And here's Bogdanovic. Outside Williams. To the paint. Capella inside. Reed covering. And it's Capella missing. Philadelphia leading by 6. Now here's Milton. Harris. The 76ers with another miss. Bogdanovic left side. Down low. And it's Capella missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Pass to Maxey. The shot's good. A minute 42 left to play here in the third. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Williams. Milton grabs the board, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Capella, and it's DeAndre Hunter in for Kevin Herter. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the 76ers now. Just 4 to shoot. And that one's good. Maxey's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Okongwu. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Atlanta making a switch here. Collins is checked in. So it's Atlanta now, trailing by 10. Just 3 to shoot. Bogdanovic wide open from outside off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Outside Williams. Collins against Scott. Collins passes to Okongwu. Back to Collins. Lays it up and banks it in.
Man, that's a tough shot for an athletic big man like Collins. Finishing through contact is something you've got to be able to do.
Curry attacking. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the 76ers, Howard is out there with Scott. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Korkmaz at the 3 spot. Here's Simmons. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Williams.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Simmons passes to Scott, and finished off by Scott.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
Simmons against Young. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Inside, 6 to shoot. Here's Collins. The shot from the low post is good.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Simmons passes to Thibault. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. The drive by.
Yeah! And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Williams. Lobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Howard trying to free himself up. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Outside Williams. Here's Collins, a second chance effort. That one's not going to go. Excellent D from Howard. Thibault on the wing. Outside Simmons. The feed to Howard. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Simmons inside, working on Collins. Here's Howard. Misses off the left iron.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Here's Korkmaz. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Hunter, and the shot is good.
And we saw this in the national title game. Hunter embracing the moment and delivering in the clutch.
Simmons passes to Curry. 40 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
And finished off by Collins.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Curry looking around. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
You know, you look at Ben Simmons, and the thing that jumps out to me is his all-around game. I mean, it's absolutely terrific. He's a stat sheet stuffer, supreme.
Young with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. So the 76ers win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,
And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Griffin is out there with Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Brown in at the 2 spot. And for the 76ers, Matisse Thybulle's out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Howard. Then it's Curry. And it's Simmons in at the 1. Now here's Simmons. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Now here's Griffin. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, how about the strength and focus there of Griffin? Absorbs the hit and still finishes.
Here's Simmons. No good there.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Brown finds Harris. And the 3 off target. Here's Curry. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Tipped away. Irving passes to Brown. 3-pointer. Can't hit that one.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And it's good. 2 points.
I think he's adding more toughness to his game, and it's great to see Seth Curry stick with it and finish strong.
Here's Irving. 76ers getting the bucket. They get it back, and it's sent back by Howard.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now here is Harris. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Some changes for Philadelphia. Harris is checked in for Mike Scott. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. Green, he's checked in for the Nets. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Harris outside. Count that one.
A key offensive cog for this team. Harris looks to score as much as he can when given the opportunity.
Now, here is Irving. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. Then for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And James Harden subbed in for Brown. Just 5 to shoot. And the Nets miss again. Philadelphia with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Harris's shot is off.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Now here's Harden. It's stolen by Milton. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Here's Howard. And the rejection by Harden. Outside Irving to the inside. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Aldridge's shot is good.
Woo-hoo, Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
And here's Maxey. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 6. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And guys, if you let Aldridge get inside with the ball, you've already lost. I mean, it's too big, too strong, too skilled.
Now, here's Maxey. Milton the pass to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Irving looking over the floor. No good from outside. Playing his work from deep. Offensive rebound. Here's Howard.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers lead by 6. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the 76ers. Maxey out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Green. And it's Reed. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That mid-range, Jay, just no problem for a big man like LaMarcus Aldridge. Really, he has patented that jump shot.
Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Harden. Teardrop shot. Now, here's Maxey. Clock at 4. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's Irving, and it's in there.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Philadelphia leading by 4. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Harris's shot is off.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got his first bucket of the night.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Now here's Milton. Tight defense on him. Passes it to Green. Now here's Maxey, guarded by Harden. They retain possession. And the dunk by Reed. Nets trail by 4. Now Irving. And there's the pass to Aldridge. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Blake Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Howard's checked in for the 76ers. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harden's checked in.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
Harden against Simmons. Harden kicks to Brown. Here's Jordan, and it's sent back by Howard.
Now Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
1:31 left to play here in the second quarter.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Simmons with it. The rebound by the Nets. Griffin's got 4 rebounds in this game. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Harden, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Griffin against Scott. Pass to Thibault. Now here's Howard. Not a lot of room. Lock at 6. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Thibault's got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And a deep 3 from Harden. Nice open look, but it's no good. Thibault, the pass to Scott. At the elbow, it's Simmons. Here's Thibault. And so it's Philadelphia, bringing the quarter to a close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a nice 7-point lead. And over to Shaq. What did you think about... And...
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. The 76ers leading by 7. Setting the floor for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3. Curry is inside. Brown's there. The shot by Curry, no good. Nobody near Irving. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Simmons on the wing. And they double up Simmons. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And here are the 76ers now. Clock is at 3 and stolen by Jordan. Harris looking it over. Irving kicks to Harris. From downtown, Irving can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Simmons against Griffin. Shakes him. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside. Simmons got the first points to start out the third quarter for the 76ers. Outside Irving. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And here we go. And it's blocked by Brown. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And stolen by Howard. And now Philadelphia on the break. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Scott finds Howard. Shoots over Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Dwight Howard makes his way to the free throw line. You've got to stay down on that shot fake. The defender doesn't, and he makes good use of it.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Green, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Korkmaz comes in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Simmons. Then for the Nets, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Harden in for Kyrie Irving. The 76ers leading by 11. Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. Good to see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
And this is what we call a sniper from the outside. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
The drive by Green. He feeds it to Howard. The shot missing. Nice D from Aldridge. Nets trail by 8. Here's Harden. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
Here's Maxey. He's got 6. And he gets it to go. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. From deep Harden. And the Nets another 3.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Green finds Scott. Back to Green. That's tipped. Pass to Korkmaz. Tries again. Here's Howard. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Howard's got 4 points this quarter. Nets trail by 7. There's 53 seconds left in the third. There's the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. The kick out to Scott. Back to Howard. And he converts the layup. And it's a 9-point Philadelphia lead.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Harden outside. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Maxey passes to Korkmaz. Passes it to Maxey. And stolen by Harris. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Back to the action after this word. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Shake Milton. Tobias Harris is out there with Reed. Then there's Maxey. And it's Green in at the small forward spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
They're just so smooth. Kyrie Irving identifying the opening and then letting it rip.
Now here's Milton. He's covered by Irving. A shot by Milton, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
And the former Hoya Green, a ranging forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Here's Simmons. Here's Howard. Feeds it to Simmons. Simmons on the wing. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, this is what makes Kyrie such a difficult check, right? He's so skilled at drawing fouls because he's so crafty with the ball and so fast. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And here now is Thibault. He dishes it to Simmons. And there's the feed to Reed. Back to Simmons. Poked away and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And the pass to Green. Kicks it out to Harden. Shot clock at 6. To take the lead. And he lays it up and in. And the Nets lead by 1.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Simmons finds Curry. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
You have to want to be ready in big moments, and Seth Curry delivers big time.
Outside Irving, back to Harden. The dish to Griffin. Some solid defense from Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Reed the pass to Thibault. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Harris comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Irving against Simmons. Irving kicks to Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Still, Griffin has insane hops. Close in, can sky over others, helps him to draw fouls.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Reed, and it's Scott in for Tobias Harris. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Simmons inside. Covered by Irving. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Irving drives in. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot. And when he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
Curry on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Howard kicks to Simmons. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And when the game is tight, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Aldridge comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And James Harden subbed in for Bruce Brown. And stolen by Simmons. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. No good from Howard. Inside. Yes!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Curry passes to Thibault. This is to Howard. Count it!
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point. Now, when the game is on the line, Kyrie is the guy you want taking the shot. He is a stone-cold finisher.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Dwight Howard.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good